Why am I selling my Webjet shares today and where am I moving this money to? Webjet is a fantastic company with a strong future ahead, I believe. However, today I sold off more than 50% of my shares and I will continue to sell the remainder of my shares throughout this week. But why, you may be wondering. Travel is finally returning. The international borders are set to reopen in Australia from November. The rest of the world is way ahead in opening up. So why sell just as we begin to hit the good times for travel? It seems to go against common sense, right? Well, my girlfriend always does say that I do lack common sense, and my Year 9 history teacher actually did write on my report card once that I was celebrating mediocrity. And I guess only time will tell here. Nonetheless, here is why I'm selling my Webjet shares today. Firstly, the stock market is always looking to the future, and investors should value stocks based on the future profits and the cash that they expect these great companies to generate. That's why people felt like there was such a disconnect when the market started its epic recovery last year. COVID was still getting worse, it was killing people, it was continuing to ravage the world. However, there was hope of a vaccine and that the world would return to some kind of normality soon, and therefore returning these once fantastic businesses to their previous glory. In the case of Webjet, I believe that the market has already valued in all, if not more, than the total recovery that's coming. And why do I feel this way? Well, at the end of 2019, Webjet had a market cap of 1.7 billion with around 135 million shares outstanding. And this was while it was making money. Currently, the Webjet share price is $6.89 with 370.5 million shares outstanding, giving it a market cap of 2.6 billion, an increase of 50% from its previous high. And I'm just not sure it can justify this new price tag that is even higher than it was before. In the short run, the market is a voting machine, but in the long run, the market is a weighing machine for profits. And I'm just not sure that it can deliver profits relative to this unjustified optimism. Secondly, Webjet has been losing money, and although we understand why and we can see the return to profitability in the future, does this justify a 50% increase in market value? I'm not convinced. And thirdly, travel itself. I'm not convinced that travel will return to pre-COVID levels for quite some time, along with many other commentators on this topic. And travel may look quite different for a period to come yet, which may keep people a little bit cautious. How long do you have to quarantine for overseas travel? What happens when another variant of COVID arises? These are still uncertainties that I feel could affect the profitability over the next couple of years. So what now then? Benjamin Graham, mentor to Warren Buffett, the great investor and author of The Intelligent Investor, once said, "The intelligent investor is a realist who sells to optimists and buys from pessimists." When I purchased Webjet for an average price of $4.52, I was buying from pessimists who felt the world was on fire and travel would never ever return. However, now I feel like the pendulum has swayed completely in the opposite direction and investors are too optimistic about future profits of this great company. Which leads me to the big question of where am I then going to move all of this money out of these travel stocks? To Asia. And in particular, I'm looking to invest in two things. VAE, which is an index fund of the top Asian companies, and Alibaba, which is currently on a fire sale at the same price it was back in 2017, despite the company having more than tripled in size and profits since then. And I'm not alone either. Earlier this year, Charlie Munger made his first trade in 7 years to purchase about $39 million worth of Alibaba. And since then, it has been discounted even further. That is all for today, my friends. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Are we in a travel stock bubble or have I cashed out too early? And as always, like and subscribe for more content.